Happy blissful day, blissful beings. If you're new here, my name is Gabriel.
And my name is Kylie. In today's video, we're sharing how to transform your relationship into one of love and bliss. But before we get into it, thank you so much for always liking, commenting, and subscribing. We love interacting with you in the comments, and we always appreciate your support. And don't forget to download our brand new free guide, The Bliss Method, How to Love Yourself and Find True Love. You can download it below.
How to transform your relationship or your current relationship into a loving, blissful relationship. You know, human beings are simple. You know, all we want is to love and to be loved, to be blissful, to be happy, to be free, free to express who you are without having to think what he or she is going to say or think about me, but just to express yourself freely, knowing that you are loved. And when I say you are loved, that you have that love, for yourself, that respect, that admiration, that appreciation for yourself, and that you are being loved by your partner and you love your partner as well. So it's really that simple. And of course, just to be happy, to smile, to love, just because, you can. We're really simple like that, because when you think about when you were, a child, you were always free to express, always loved, always smiled, always so happy, you loved everyone. There was no separation. But obviously we knew what then happened. We got introduced to society. Society then introduced us to all these different BS, which is belief systems, like whether that's school, religion, society, etc., etc., etc. But this is simply just to remind you that love and bliss is our birthright. It is our divine nature. So it is possible for you to enjoy a loving and blissful relationship with your partner, to be free to express yourself with your partner, to be happy, with your partner, right? And before we get into the video, just quickly, I want to remind you guys that reality is simply a projection of consciousness. So reality is simply a projection of what's happening within us. So if you know that your relationship is not what you want at the moment, it's got nothing to do with your partner, because your partner is simply reflecting what's happening within you. Yes, you, me. The only person to change is me and you. Got nothing to do with my partner. My partner is simply reflecting what's happening within me. All the BS systems, which is belief systems. So when we change these belief systems within, my partner then sees me exactly the same way I now view myself, right? And that's why the world that you see through your eyes is simply just a mirror. The moment you change how you see yourself, the world then reflects back how you see yourself.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And I think it takes some courage and some time sometimes to process that. Because we're always taught, oh, it's the other person that has to change. You have to change your partner, you have to change them. But really, it's all in yourself. Now, for example, I started noticing this pattern with Gabriel and I, that when I would speak, quite often he would jump in and cut my word and start with a new conversation or keep going with the conversation. And eventually I would sit there and say, oh, okay, and just, let him talk. And eventually I realized, why is he doing this? Why does he always do this? It was getting very frustrating to me. And then I realized that when I was younger, I was the baby of the family and the only girl. So a lot of times my words, when I spoke, it was, a challenge to get it out, because my older brothers, they're always jumping in and taking over the conversations. And so I had accepted internally that my words weren't as important to share, as important to get out, that their words are more important than mine, so it's fine. But then because I have been on this journey of bliss and love, I realized, no, my words are just as important as anyone else's. That I started getting the confidence to say, hey, no, you know what, that's rude, my words are valid, and I'm going to share my words. And so because of that, then I started to change it, and I went to Gabriel and I said, hey, you know what, you do this sometimes, you'll cut my words or jump in, and it's rude, I don't like that, my words are just as important as yours. And Gabriel said, oh, okay, yeah, of course. And he accepted that, I accepted it, and the few times that happened after, either he'd catch himself and say, oh wait, nope, your words are valid, or I would just interrupt him back and say, no, I was speaking, and I would keep going. But it's because I changed my self-concept to know that my words have power, my words are important, just as important as anyone else's, that one, I was able to even share that with Gabriel and say, hey, look, you know what, you do this. But even if I hadn't shared it with him, he still would have changed, because I became that more confident person to be able to say, hey, you know what I share is just as important.
Powerful, yeah. And really, we know that we always sharing, with you guys, that the world is simply a mirror, reflecting what's happening inside. That's the reason why one of my all-time favorite quotes is by Neville Goddard, and it says that change the conception of yourself and the world in which you live will automatically change. I remember reading that and I was like, no man, how is that possible? How is it possible that you can only change your conception of yourself and the world, then changes? And when I experience it for myself, to say that, oh, I see, because the outside is simply reflection the inside. The outside is just a mirror, of the inside. So when you change the inside, the outside then changes automatically. I'm like, oh, right, okay, and the same thing with your partner as well. Same thing. All you need to do is accept that you are now having a loving, blissful relationship within. You have to do it within first. Do it within first, and your partner will then reflect that back to you. You have to claim it back. Claim and be bold and say that this is my new truth. I am, having a loving, blissful relationship right now with myself and, my partner.
Yeah, if I hadn't changed my concept of self, but I had realized, Gabriel, you keep interrupting me, I would have shared that with him. I could have, but it wouldn't have really changed anything. Maybe for a little bit, but then not in the long term, because I don't value my words. And so why would he value my words? He knows he can do that. I don't think that way, so why would he think that way about me? But we always talk about how, a self-concept is like a garment that you wear. It's not your true self, but it's something that you wear, that you're there. And so if I want Gabriel to see me in a yellow shirt, I'm not going to step into a red shirt and expect him to see me as yellow. But I'm going to put on this yellow shirt, this new self-concept, and Gabriel will automatically see me in this yellow, because that's what I'm wearing. That's what I've stepped into and claimed that, my words have power. And so he even said that after I mentioned that and we talked, he even said like, oh, it was just different for him when I spoke. Because he also saw, oh no, our words are very valid, our words have that power. Like, it just automatically just stopped because I had shifted myself. And when I shared with him, if I hadn't shifted again, I don't think it would have changed.
100%, because the moment you change how you view yourself in your mind, everyone around you will see you the exact same thing. They will see you the exact same way, because you've now changed yourself internally. When I say internally, I mean your mind. When you change your mind, the BS within your mind, the belief systems, the assumptions, the way you feel about yourself. When you change that within, the entire world then reflects, that back, and it's so powerful, man.
Yes.
So powerful. means you don't have to mess around with the outside world. Do not mess, you don't have to worry about your partner or the outside world. All you have to do is change the inner world, and the outer world changes automatically.
Yeah, that's essentially the secret to transform your relationship. If you want it to be love and bliss, you become the love and bliss that you want it to be. And your partner will automatically see you that way, and everything transforms to become what you desire it to be, how you desire it to be. You need to, we just did a video, I think the previous one, that the secret to true love is self-love. You need to love yourself. In order for your partner to truly love you, you have to love and accept yourself in order to have that fully loving, fully accepting relationship.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah, and that's really what it is. Of course, both of us know that this did not just happen, over time, or overnight. I had to go through a, journey of inner self, and just really take that time to change, my self-concept to one that I really desire, and my beautiful, wifey as well. And that's the reason why we decided to dedicate, our time to work with our, clients. And if you need, help as well, to say that, you know what, I'm ready to change my self-concept to one that I desire. Because when you do change your self-concept, your entire world changes, whether you like it or not, and in order for you just to know, if you're not sure what your self-concept is, look at your results. Your results will tell you exactly where you are now. Now, if you do not like your results, remember, you don't have to fight your results. All you need to do is just change your self-concept. Shift into the person that is now your desire. That's it. That's all you have to do. And we've dedicated our time to actually do one-on-one coaching, with you guys, if you do need, our help.
Yeah, if you want our help, if you're ready to financially invest in yourself, if you're ready to say, you know what, I don't want to be in this anymore, I don't want to be single anymore, I don't want to live in this relationship anymore, this situation. If you're very serious about it, book a discovery call with us. We'll walk you through our process that we do with our clients, and we'll show you this is how we'll get you from point A to point B. And it's a fun process. And we're like Gabriel said, we've dedicated all of our time to this. And so it has to be enjoyable if you do it all the time.
So having said that, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking this video, for sharing, for subscribing, for commenting. And as always, keep smiling. Enjoy your blissful day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.